Peace. Welcome back to Master Me with MYCOL. And tonight I want to talk about 3 things that have been very influential in my life today. Number 1, it's going to be a situation that happened at work. Number 2 is how that situation leads back to me being a team player. And then number 3 is my performance for the past 3 months at this new job, because it was officially my 3rd month on September 23rd. So that's what I want to talk about today. And let's start with number 1. I give a brief synopsis of the situation without giving away specifics and putting anybody on blast. When I share with you the situation, it's not to judge, it's not to put anybody down, and it's not to talk stuff behind people's back. It's more so a learning experience, because I feel like a lot of people can learn from other situations when someone's able to look at it objectively. Number 1, a certain person came in and said that, hey, front half don't do no work. I'm on front half. And the person that said that was on back half. And there's another individual that works on back half that resonated heavily with those sentiments and was like, yeah, y'all don't do nothing. And I'm all the way on the other side of the building, and I just heard yelling, and I'm like, they either joking around or something ain't right. A is the one that said initially front half don't do nothing. B is the one that resonated with it heavily. C is the one that also works front half that felt the way about what A and B said. And then D is the one, basically, they're the manager. Long story short, there was a mix between clerical and physical work. And A and B felt like they do all clerical, admin, desk work, and physical work, and that front half don't do nothing. Whereas D, the manager that appoints the different tasks to everybody, says that yes, back half does do desk work and physical work, but mainly does more physical work, whereas front half does more desk work. That's just the way things have been distributed. And we'd all have felt our ways about it, but B is the one that's actually voiced to some of front half that B feel like we don't do nothing, at all. We just be selling. And that's not the truth. And it got so heated that B ended up leaving and never came back, at least for the day. And eventually I asked, what's going on? How did we get here? What's B perspective, and what was the solution here? What needs to happen from here? Because leaving things like this is not okay. We all work in the same space together. We got to resolve this. What's the solution here? This is a team environment. This is a co-working space, and there's going to be shared responsibilities amongst the crew. And if B feels like those responsibilities aren't fair, B should go to the proper personnel, aka the manager, to talk about that, and therefore work towards what would feel fair to B and what would feel fair amongst the team. That's the appropriate and professional way to go about things. But I'll be honest, this environment ain't always the most professional. I mean, it's just, that's how it comes with work. There's life things that's happening. B has a lot of things going on in life that could be affecting B's mentality and their emotional state that caused them to lash out at the team today. And immediately that's where my mind went. I was like, B got some stuff going on. So this may not even be about work. This is most likely about life, because life might be lifing for B right now. And B just might need somebody to just talk to about it for real, for real. I know B has had a rough childhood, so to speak. I don't know everything, but I do know like B's parents weren't the most emotionally available for B. And just from my own experience, I know how troubling that can be for a young boy and how hard it can be to learn how to be a man when the boy felt like nobody was really there for the boy when the boy needed to be protected. And now society's asking that boy to be a man and protect others. That's tough. It's what we're supposed to do, but it doesn't make it easy. And as I'm learning and I'm growing through my own experience in that, it's like, immediately I was like, B needs some grace. B needs some grace right now because it's a lot that B is probably going through that B isn't really communicating. At the same time, I personally felt that B was disrespectful in their approach and how they went about, how they felt about the workload amongst the coworkers. Because I personally helped B out with stuff on front half that I didn't necessarily have to do and that wasn't asked to me. There was a project that was asked from corporate to move a bunch of stuff around the store. And I'm talking about heavy, and there was a lot of items. And B took it upon themselves to move it all. And when I saw that, I was like, I ain't about to let B do that by himself. That ain't right. Just because corporate didn't specify, I want this, and this person to move all of that. B took it upon himself as an initiative. I respect that. You know, that's leadership quality. And me also being a leader, I'm gonna work with the leader to get it done. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't start it, but I helped finish it. Because I felt like out of respect for the team, if one person is doing a big project and we see that person needs assistance, why not go ask and see if they need some assistance? Ask if they need help. And this time I didn't even ask. I was just like, I'll help you, bro. What you need? What's your vision? I went straight in and be like, how you see this getting done? All right, well, how about we do it this way? And just immediately started working with B to get it done. And I can tell that really lifted B's spirit because it was like, now it felt like a team doing it. You know what I'm saying? Not just him doing it. And I'm gonna be honest, it was some work for sure, but it felt good. It felt good, one, to be able to take that responsibility, some of that responsibility off of B's shoulders, but then also to really contribute to the atmosphere of the store and the atmosphere of the team, because that fulfills something inside of me. And regardless if B appreciated it or not, I know it has a bigger purpose. But not everybody sees it like that. Not everybody sees that their work is for a bigger purpose. Some people want that credit, and B has said multiple times that they feel like they don't get enough credit for all of what they do in the store. And I could see that from their perspective. They come in on their days off, they're doing tasks and duties that weren't assigned to them, but they're getting it done, and they're taking initiative and doing it consistently and not necessarily getting a direct reward for that. That can be tough if you're doing all of that and you're not receiving any rewards, or you're not receiving a thank you or a hand clap or congratulations or I appreciate you, man. I really see the work you're doing and like XYZ. Now, D might say that they have been doing some of that. I'm not able to speak to everything that D says to B when I'm not around, but I know that's how B has expressed some of the feelings they feel. And I can resonate with that. Man to man, I can resonate with that because sometimes I felt that way. Not necessarily at work, just in life. And when I really sat back to think about the situation, I was like, this is so much deeper than just like co-workers sharing different responsibilities together. This is more so about how does that person feel about the people they're taking care of in their lives, and if they get appreciated for all that they do in their lives or not. And I don't know everything that goes on at home, but I do know that as a man, we are responsible for a lot when it comes to our partners, when it comes to our children, when it comes to our family, when it comes to the business, when it comes to the home, there's our communities. There's so much that's on our shoulders that sometimes it feels like too heavy to carry. And that's the beautiful part about having a partner, having children, having a family, having a community that can help you carry that load. But it's twofold. One, those other members have to be willing to help the man that's willing to initiate carrying the load. Also, the man has to be open to receiving help and allow his loved ones and her loved ones, because there's women that carry the load too, allow their loved ones to help them carry that load, or to ask for help carrying that load, because it can be a lot just all one person doing it. But sometimes we don't realize that until we're already burnt out, overwhelmed, overworked, stressed out, dysregulated, and all the other things. So when I was, decompressing for the night and just really reflecting on the situation, I was like, man, I should really talk to B. One, to just listen, to be like, you good, bruh? Like, do you need somebody to just talk to? You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of work, are you good? Because not many men, I know for myself, I don't even always feel safe talking about how I really feel to people. Because as a man, I feel like sometimes I'll be looked at as like, quit being weak, man up and handle that. Handle your responsibilities. Get up on that horse and keep riding. Pick yourself up and go keep grinding. And a piece of that is true, and I continue to put my best foot forward every single day. But it doesn't mean I don't feel. It doesn't mean that life don't get real sometimes. It don't mean that sometimes I want to be held, I want to be nurtured. It don't mean that sometimes like I just need somebody to listen and tell me it's going to be okay. Sometimes I don't even want somebody to tell me it's going to be okay. I just want them to be present with me, expressing myself and not looking at me for less than, but just being weak and being okay feeling weak. So therefore I can make room to be strong. And I know a lot of men feel that way. A lot of men feel like there's no room to feel or be weak because so many people are pulling on them to be strong. And that's tough. That ain't easy, man. And women go through it too. Women be having family, the kids, they husband, they siblings, XYZ work, and they feel like people pulling on them too. And who do they go to cry to? Who do they go to bear the load to? A lot of them can go to their men, but some of them probably feel like they can't go to their man, or they're unable to go to their family, or unable to go to friends or co-workers. So it's not just a man thing or a woman thing, but I'm speaking from the man's perspective, because at the beginning and end of the day, it's accepted by society that it's a man's responsibility if anything goes on with the family. It's not the woman's fault if anything goes wrong. They're looking at the man like, why didn't you do XYZ? Period. They may ask the woman, what was going on? But they're going to look at the man and be like, why didn't you handle XYZ? It's a different pressure. And coach made it so we had the capacity to carry that load. But how much and for how long alone? How much and how long can we carry a load alone that wasn't meant to be bared by ourselves? So I feel you, B. I feel you, bruh. I know life probably feel like it's a crumbling rocks and the mountain just started falling and there's more snow on top of that. So that's a whole avalanche coming down. But then also you got literally the ground beneath you feels like it's sinking too. So it's all going down. There ain't no way for you to have stable ground right now. You might be feeling that way, man. But I promise you ain't alone. And not just in the carrying or the shuffling or the juggling, not even just in that. Coach, God is always with you, brother. If it's one thing I've been learning throughout my journey is that like I can always go to coach. Sometimes I want to hear from a person. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I do. But coach has always made themselves available for me. Any day, anytime, anywhere. Any day, anytime, anywhere. First. Second, pay attention to the people that are paying attention to you. Pay attention to the people that ask you, how you doing? You good? You need anything? Pay attention to the people that just, here, I got you, or I did this for you, or I saw that you needed XYZ, so I went ahead and XYZ. Pay attention to the people that, hey, I see you doing XYZ. Let me show you how to do XYZ. Pay attention to the people that are paying attention to you, because those are the people that are using their time, their energy, their service to pour into you. And right now I'm talking to B, I'm talking to the men, I'm talking to the people out there that feel like everybody's pulling on them and they're questioning who's pouring into them outside of coaching themselves. That's who I'm talking to right now. So I know you got a lot of people that's pulling on you. Got your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your children, your wife, your partner, your friends, your homies, your community, your coworkers, your customers, your clients, your business, your employees. You got a lot of people that's pulling on you. They need this. They want this. They're asking for this. Every day is something new. And you don't get no breaks because you have the capacity to carry that load. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in that position. So first, congratulations for having the capacity to do something that many cannot. First, congratulations. That's an honor. And you should be honored to be able to have the capacity to carry that load, because not everybody can do that and do it well. I see you. We see you, bruh. We see you, sis. You doing it and you doing it well. Yet for the people that are paying attention to you, those are the people that are willing to pour into you. And although I see you and we see you doing it well, we just want to help you do it better. Do it with more ease. Do it with less resistance so you can go faster, farther together. Because there's only so much you can carry on your back. There's only so much you can carry to where the ground beneath you doesn't start shaking. But if you're willing to share that load and ask for help and do it in a way that's graceful and tasteful, you might be surprised of who's willing to show up and who's willing to rise to the occasion. You just might find out you're not as alone as you feel you are. You just might find out the load don't gotta be as heavy as you think it does. You just might find out you can go farther than you thought you could, longer than you thought you would, and be more than you thought you could. And I feel like when you can pay attention to the people that are pouring into you and not just the ones that are pulling on you, you'll realize who really has your best interest at heart. Because sometimes criticism feels like they don't care. Sometimes criticism feels like they want to tear you down. Sometimes criticism feels like they're not giving you enough credit. I know how that feel, bruh. I know how that feels, sis. Sometimes it is that. Sometimes people just want to pass off their judgment, their fears, their doubts, their inabilities onto you to make themselves feel better. Sometimes that is the case. And that's where discernment and prayer, talking to coach, comes in to be able to weed out the people that are pulling. But for the people that are pouring, those are the people that you get to actually see, you know what? Even if I don't agree with this criticism right now, what can this teach me? What can I gain from this? What can I learn from this? What can I absorb from this that allows me to be better, go farther, and weather the storm together? Maybe this criticism isn't just them not giving me credit. Maybe this criticism is them paying attention because they care. Because when I look at a coach on a sports team, anytime I was on the team and there were certain tryouts to where people were, whether it's basketball, football. I remember this time in basketball, man. There were only so many slots on the team. And they had tryouts for it was maybe a week where you came every day after school and you ran, you shot, you did layups, you passed the ball, y'all scrimmaged, y'all did all of that just to see what people's skills were, how they worked together, and then if they would make the cut or not. And there was a time where people showed up every single day. And then the very last practice before the very last day, coach would be like, you know what, y'all ain't even got to come back tomorrow. Y'all good. Just go ahead and do whatever you want to do at the school, because y'all not gonna make the cut. Sometimes it's a test to see if you will come back. Because if you don't come back, then they were right and you shouldn't have came back. That's why they said that. But if you do come back, then it shows that you actually want it. It shows that you deserve to be there. It shows that you have more in you that maybe they don't see yet. And it shows that maybe they actually do see more in you, but they just want you to see more in yourself. And it was twofold. The coach at the time, there were people he was cutting and didn't want to wait till the last day to cut them, which is, it could be looked at as crude, but I mean, it was true. And on the other hand, there were people that coach wanted to see them step up and put more energy and effort into the game and just wanted to see what they was going to do. I'm learning that right now in my own life, man. Putting more energy and effort into those paying attention to me. By first paying attention to myself, which is what this whole series is about, Master Me. Paying attention to me, so therefore I can pay attention to others. I can pay attention to you because I paid attention to me. I've invested in me so I can invest in you. And coming back to the story, there were several people that on that last day, they got cut. And they didn't get cut by saying you didn't make the team. They'd be like, all right, you go get a jersey, go pick out your number. You go get a jersey, go pick out your number. You go get a jersey, go pick out your number. I was one of them folks, picked out my jersey, felt proud, like, dang, I put in that work, got my jersey, let's go. I made the team. I made the cut. But then I look back at all the other guys that still standing there and all the jerseys just one by one. The low number's gone. The mid number's gone. The high number's gone. Ain't no jerseys left. Knew some guys still standing on that sideline. Didn't make the team. Well, better luck next year. Keep putting in that work, man. Appreciate you guys for showing up. All right, that's it. And even though those guys showed up, they didn't make the cut. It's not because they weren't worthy or didn't deserve it. They just needed to put in more work in order to show coach that they could be on the team. Sometimes it was a chemistry thing. Sometimes it was skills. Sometimes it was relationships. I'll be honest. Some people was talking to coach after practice, after tryouts, and he, ha, building relationships. That's part of the game too. And some of them just didn't put in the energy, didn't put in the effort, and didn't care. Wasn't really focused. Wasn't really hustling. Wasn't on time. Wasn't really present when they came to the tryout. They was just there. If you're going to do that in tryout, what you going to do in practice? If you're going to do that in practice, what you going to do in the game? If you're going to do that in the game, what you going to do when it really matters? And the collateral beauty in that is for all the people that didn't make the cut, they had a chance. Because some of them later in the season end up getting a jersey because some of the people that made the cut slacked off. Because when you get the position, when you get the jersey, when you get the job, when you get the check, when you get the wealth, when you get the reward, when you get the relationship, when you get the XYZ, that's when the work just begins. And people say that, but it's true. When you get what you want, that's when it begins. Because anybody can get it. The question is, will you keep it? You got the jersey, but will you keep the jersey? You got the job, but will you keep the job? You got the relationship. Will you keep the relationship? You got the money. Will you keep the money? You got the house. You got the car. You got the stuff. But will you keep the stuff? Because what you did to get it, it's going to require a lot more to keep it. That's just how the game works. That's how the game works, man. And that's what I'm learning. Just because you got the jersey don't mean the jersey will forever be yours. You got to earn that jersey every time you put it on and take it off. You got to earn that uniform. It's an honor to be able to wear that uniform. So make sure you show up like you're honored to be in that uniform. Otherwise, don't put it on. And give it to somebody else who's willing to do the work for it. So that lesson taught me a lot, man. It's teaching me a lot. Because I got places where I felt like I was being I feel like I'm being over criticized, rather than looking at it like, how are they showing me they care? And I'm learning on shifting my perspective in that, but I know a lot of that comes from childhood and not feeling nurtured as a young boy. So therefore I feel criticized as a young man. And really it's just, some people are, like I said, pushing off their nastiness to attempt to make themselves feel better. But other people are paying attention and they're pouring into me. I get to pay attention to the people that are pouring into me and continue to pour into them by pouring into me. So I wanted to share that. And one more piece I wanted to share on that is like, pride, man. Don't let your pride get in the way of your power. Don't let your pride get in the way of your power. And that's a twofold thing, because your pride can be your downfall. Sometimes we feel like our pride makes our chest big, sticks our back out, and you know what I'm saying, it makes us strong. But your pride can also make you weak. Because there's an I in pride, but there's no I in power. There's an I in pride, but there's no I in power. There's no I in team. You can only do so much by yourself. You can only go so far by yourself. You can only go so far by yourself, bruh. But if you really want to go far, you got to go together. There's an old proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. That's where the true power is. It's not in your limit, it's in your leverage. There's limit to your pride. There's limit to how much you can do in the I. But there's no limit in what we can do. Because the we just breeds more we's. The we is a seed for a tree that continues to produce fruit. But the I will eventually die. Period. So you can die alone or live together. That's what it is. It's that literal and that simple. You can die alone or live together. The choice is yours. You can attempt to go do everything yourself and be the best you can be. And hey, more kudos to you. Because some people don't even have the gumption to make the team and then go be the superstar they can be. Hey, that's what you want to do. Go do what you want to do, bro. Ain't nobody judging you. But just know that road get lonely. That road gets lonely. And it's so much more fulfilling to do it around people that pay attention and pour into you. Feels better. And you get more out of where you're going when you go together. Because you get to enjoy it with others on the way there. And then you get to enjoy it with those who arrive with you and arise with you. Because they're willing to actually go on the ride with you and do the work and earn the jersey. Have you ever seen a basketball player beat a whole team by themselves forever? Every single game, every single day, they beat the whole team by themselves. They might do it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. But after a while, that one person gonna get tired. They gonna double, triple, quadruple, quintuple team that boy or that girl. And ain't too much you can do if you ain't got nobody to pass the ball to. What one person look like running a relay race by themselves? You gonna run out of gas to when by the time you get to the third leg, they've already made 2 exchanges and they got full power, full speed, because they're not running alone, they running together. So you can go fast, but you won't go far. But if you want to go fast and far, You got to go together, bruh. Gracefully and tastefully. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to share, man. Don't let your pride get in the way of your power. Your true power is how you leverage your relationships, because those are the people that are true leaders. Leaders are willing to do, but they don't do everything. They can't do everything all the time. That's not a true leader. That's a loner. A loner attempts to do everything all the time by themselves. A leader brings out the best in his team, in her team. A leader brings out the best in their team to be able to leverage the relationships to get the things done. Quicker, faster, farther. Or shall I say faster, more efficient, and more effective. And you get to have fun. Because it won't take as long and it won't be as hard when you do it together. And I saw that happen when B was moving them recliners by himself. It took a minute, bruh. Boy was sweating, had to take multiple breaks. When I came in to help him out, I was knocking that mug out. And the beautiful thing about team is that it usually invites more people that want to be a part of the team. Because they're like, hey, I see y'all doing that. It's pretty cool. Can I help? Or here's how you can do XYZ even more. You know what I'm saying? They just give their 2 cents, and then now you're looking at things you didn't even see, because it took somebody else with a different perspective, with a different power that can add to your power. And now that power is empowered. That's how it works, G. So all of this leads to, I pray that you receive the help you need, man. I truly do pray that you receive the help you need, because it's not going to be butterflies and buttercream cake all the time. Sometimes it's going to be muddy. Sometimes it's going to be buggy. But it don't mean it got to be ugly. It ain't got to be ugly, G. And even though sometimes we need to walk away, it don't mean we got to stay gone. Come home. Come home and be embraced by your friends and your family and your coworkers and your team. Come be embraced by your team. Be willing to put your pride down and step into your power. And your power isn't always about big macho man or, big macho woman strong. Sometimes your power is being willing to be weak to increase where you can be strong. Because if you don't have any weaknesses, then how can you learn? And if you're not learning, you're not leveraging. And if you're not leveraging, you're not leading. You're loaning. And loners loan alone. And we don't want to live that life, man. Come on. Come home, bruh. Come home, sis. We like you, we love you, we want you, and we need you. So come home. It's okay to apologize. It's okay to not agree all the time. It's okay to not even, you know what I'm saying, feel like you appreciate it all the time. That's what comes with the territory. But it is important to know who really is there for you. There's a lot of people that are only for themselves, don't care about anybody but who they see in the mirror. And that's cool, but that ain't the life that we live in. If your mother and father decided to live and be that way, there'd be no you. Even if it ain't perfect. If both of them said, I'm not going to work with him, I'm not going to work with her ever, so we not having no children ever. If every single man and woman thought that way, there'd be no children, there'd be no us, there'd be no you, there'd be no me. But there is. One point in time, somehow, some way they came together. And now there's you. And you got a chance and you got an opportunity to make a difference and make a new decision in your life to be better than what they were, to be better than what you were, and even to be better than me. Be better than me by mastering you. By mastering you. Come on. Now, how do you master you? By continuing to listen to this podcast, taking notes, commenting below how it resonates with you, and getting engaged, getting in the community, getting on the calls, and actually applying these principles to your life, applying this practice to your life, because it's worth it. All work is worth it. So I'm going to briefly go through the other 2 points, 2 and 3 I wanted to go through. And number 2 is, this is me just being team oriented, man. I'm learning that I'm a shifting leader. Sometimes I lead from the back, sometimes I lead from the front, but I'm learning my preferred method is to lead right in the middle, because I can touch all ends. I can touch the back and reach back and pull them forward when I need to. And then when I'm in the middle, I can push forward and push them even faster and push them even farther when I need to, while still holding on to the people in the back and the people around me, by keeping the pace in the middle. And sometimes I go out front and I'm like, hey, we need to speed this mug up. We need to move a little faster. We need to work a little harder. I'm going to be the one to go do that, because obviously somebody got to be the example. And I don't see nobody else being the example, so I'll go be the example. And I love that about me, because I feel like in every single aspect of that, it's not just about me. I'll be honest, I've made it about me, but it's not just about me. It's about we and what we can do. How I can be a better leader is investing into me, so therefore we can be a better we. The more I master me, the more we can have fun with we. And I feel like that's always been in my heart since I was a child. I've always just cared about others, sometimes more than I cared about myself. So I'm learning to reshift in priorities and put myself more at the forefront, so therefore I can allow the time and space for that natural care to unfold. Because I'm no good to anybody else if I'm not well. But when I'm well and I'm doing what I need to do, I can be more there for you. When I'm well and I'm doing what I need to do, then I can be there for you too. And I feel like that's shifting from people pleasing to just prioritizing my power. I don't want to people please and give to any and everybody all the time and don't have nothing left for myself. Nah, we not doing that no more. I'm more so prioritizing my power, knowing that my power comes from more than just me. So by prioritizing my investment in that, it makes me better together. Period. And the more I pour into others, and when I pay attention to the people that pay attention to me, then the more we pour into each other, we're all overflowing, filling each other's cups, and we're all abundant. We're all successful. We're all powerful. we're all wealthy, and we're all living, loving, happy, healthy lives. All the time. Might not be happy all the time, but we can be healthy and wealthy for all of our days. Come on. And speaking on wealth and health, I've been really proud of myself and T, just us working on like really meal prepping, really eating at home, making the right decisions with our finances, like being wise even throughout all the, the turmoil and the challenge and the newness. We're still putting our best foot forward to be the most we can be for ourselves, for one another, and for the vision that Coach has for our lives. And that's so beautiful to me. And I'm learning to pay more attention to that, because that pours into me more than the world ever could, more than the world ever would. And within my 3 months of working at this new job, man, I've made over just about $250,000 in sales, bro. $250K worth of furniture that's been sold in 3 months by not just me, but by we. I've had a lot of help within these 3 months on being able to do what I do and work how I work and serve how I serve and speak how I speak and earn what I earn and make what I make. I couldn't do it by myself. T, her parents, my parents, our friends and family, my coworkers, the customers, man, everybody, like, it takes a full-on system to make all those cylinders flow. And the more I show up and do what I need to do, the more I can serve in the we within that flow. So I'm thankful that within 3 months, I've been able to gross the company almost $250K. And this month, September, you'll be looking at this in October, but in September, it was the first month I made over $100K in sales. In August, it was 96. In July, it was 40, almost 50K. And then in June, I had just started, so it was barely even 5. But to go from June being 5, just about under 5K, July being under 50K, August being 96K, and now September, $103,000, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. But honestly, nah, that's Coach. I'm gonna chill out on saying that's crazy as much. When it's a good thing, when it's a God thing, that's Coach. That's Coach right there, man. Coaching me and coaching us all the way through the finish line. I was at 96,000. I was at 96,000 on the 29th and going into the 23rd of September. By the end of the day on 30th, 103. That's only Coach, man. So I say all this to say that, like, it's possible, it's promising, and it's powerful. Die to the pride and live in the power. There's only so much you can do with I, but there's so much more we can do with we. Pay attention to the people that are pouring into you. Pay attention to the people that are paying attention to you. Not all criticism is careless. Some criticism is because they care. You can go fast alone or go far together. The we breeds more seeds. Seeds breed more trees. Trees feed more we's. Period. I pray you receive what you need from this episode, man. I love you. I care about you. I see you. And I want you to be at your best. I want you to be at your most optimal, most efficient, most effective, and most fun state. As high as you can be, while also being grounded in who you are. Every single day, man. Thank you for listening. Thank you for opening up your heart, opening up your ears, and opening up your home to this message. I pray you receive it, and I pray you receive it well, and I pray you receive it well with love. This is Master Me with MYCOL, and I'll see you next episode. Peace.